Have you ever found yourself saying something your mother or father used to say, even though you swore you would never say that? Or maybe you carry a story that was passed down to you like, we don't have that kind of money. Don't be too outward. It might look like you're bragging. So for many of us, those words, those stories, those beliefs became an invisible script we follow without even realizing it. They shape our decisions, our relationships, and our own sense of worth. If you've ever felt like you're holding yourself back or that you're somehow not worthy of the successes you've worked so hard for, then you might be living with a story that isn't even your own. Today, I'm going to break this all down. I'm going to show you how to break free from the past and reclaim your story. And it's going to be through the lens of how I've done it. The problem is these inherited beliefs don't just stay in the past. They become these filters, the filters through which you see the world. They sit in your subconscious mind and become programs that keep us in a loop of self-doubt and unworthiness. Maybe you've worked incredibly hard to build your business, but you still feel guilty for charging your worth. Maybe you hold yourself back from celebrating your wins because you don't want to be seen as too much or, kind of braggy. Maybe you've caught yourself sabotaging your own success because deep down, you still hear that old voice saying, you don't deserve that. For me, the phrase was, I never had that when I was your age. It took me years to realize that I was living as though if my mother didn't get to have it, then I didn't deserve it either. It was a silent agreement that I made with myself that kept me playing small. And the truth is, these aren't just words. They are subconscious blocks that hold us back, that have been holding me back from stepping into our true potential and from stepping into my true potential. So let's break this down. Forgiveness in this context isn't about excusing the past or saying, it's okay you said that to me. Forgiveness is about release. It's about letting go of the burden you've been carrying. It's about looking at those inherited beliefs and saying, that was her story, not mine. My own soulful shift happened when I reframed that voice. Instead of hearing, I never had that when I was your age, I began to hear, she didn't have it, but that doesn't mean I can't. And that one shift unlocked my sense of deservingness. When you stop carrying someone else's story, you open space to write your own. You step into self-ownership and begin creating a legacy that is truly yours. So what can you do about it? I'm going to give you 3 powerful steps to help you work through this transformation. And these are the steps I took to work through my own beliefs about that one thing that I was told. So first step is notice the story. Start by writing down the exact phrases or stories or beliefs you heard growing up. Don't hold back. This is not a time to hold back, and it's not a time to feel like you might be throwing somebody under the bus. Just put it all on paper so you can see it clearly. Then the second step is to look at what you wrote down and ask yourself, is this really my belief or is it theirs? If it's not yours, it's time to release it. And step 3, replace it. Choose a new empowering I am statement that speaks to your new truth. For example, I am deserving of every good thing, no matter what came before me. I am allowed to have more than my mother had. I know your inner critic may be whispering right now, oh my God, this is such a dumb exercise, Lynette. This is silly. Who am I to say this out loud? But that's the old story trying to keep you small. Try it anyway. Even whisper it. You are going to feel a shift if you do those 3 steps and do the reframe. Sometimes it takes us a little nudge to get started. You may not want to do those 3 steps. So here's just one little simple practice that you can try tonight. On a piece of paper, write down one limiting belief you inherited. Circle it. Ask yourself, does this belong to me or does it belong to them? And at the top of the page, write a new affirmation. For example, I am free from that inherited limitation. So this simple act of permission is the first step to reclaiming your story. Thank you for being with me today. I will see you in episode 5.